Hi, my name is Oralia Silva Rueda, and I'm going to show you the lesson plan I designed based on a task-based learning framework. Hi everyone, my name is Oralia Silva Rueda, and I'm going to show you the lesson plan I designed based on a task-based learning framework. Well, first of all, let's take a look at some important information we all have to consider when planning a lesson. That's the name of my lesson, Analyzing Equality of Opportunities in Our Society. This lesson will take place in two sessions. It's for B1 level English students. And this task has an activation rationale. Let's remember what Noonan says about this kind of rationale. This kind of rationale activates students' language skills. Students move to a creative language use in which they recombine familiar words, structures, and expressions in new ways. The aim of this kind of task is to encourage students to activate a range of language functions and structures. Now we know that Tbl approach considers a number of stages, and this is the first one. We have to consider a pre-task. The aim of my pre-task is to introduce the topic and to give exposure to language related to this topic. For example, I would consider checking if students are familiar with this vocabulary: education, family income, discrimination, workplace, race, color, age, gender, national origin, religion, mental and physical disability, employment, pay, promotion equally to all. And I would also consider that they are familiar with the concept of equal opportunity. This is the right to equivalent opportunities for employment regardless of race or color or gender or national origin. In my opinion, it is important that students know this kind of words because this will help them to have more ideas about things they would like to express. First, I would ask students to think in silence about these questions, to take notes of the ideas that come to their mind. And after they have done this for a couple of minutes, I would ask them to share what they thought about this. The text I chose for this lesson is a song written by a Canadian songwriter, Neil Peart. He was the drummer of a Canadian rock band. The name of the song is The Trees. And I decided that I would write the lyrics of the song as if it was a short story. At the beginning, I wouldn't tell students that what they are seeing is the lyrics of a rock song. I would just show them the text and I would ask them to read it. Take a look at what I wrote here. Students will work in pairs. I would ask them to read the text and discuss the following questions. Of course, I would give them time to discuss these questions, and I would be there monitoring and answering questions in case they have them. And then during the planning stage, I would tell them that what they have just read is a song. And I would play the song so that students can practice their listening, so that they know that you can approach a song in a different way. because they started seeing it as a piece of prose, and now they sing the actual format. In pairs, students will design an infographic. That's the task. This is the task they would have to do. In pairs, they will design an infographic in which they include 2 or more aspects that they consider crucial to reduce inequality in our society. The infographic is to be ready to report next class. I need to consider that this kind of task takes time. That's why I think it is not possible to finish the activity during only one session. The task type is a creative one because they are going to design an infographic. And the pedagogical task is pair work. And they are going to discuss and they are going to make decisions about what to include in their infographic. During the report stage, students will have from 3 to 5 minutes to present their infographic to the rest of the class. And both teacher and students will give feedback to the content of each infographic, and they will quickly comment. Then we'll proceed to analyzing grammar, vocabulary. I would write on the board sentences given by students while discussing, planning, and writing their infographic. I would highlight language that I would want to address, and students, in this stage, students would review the sentences or phrases in context, and they would have to take notes of the language they need. During the practice stage, I would ask students to write at least 3 sentences in which they include words that they learned during this lesson, or using structures that they know they should practice a little bit more. I included an evaluation, and this is my idea of an evaluation for this activity. Students would have to listen to the song once more, and I would ask them to rewrite the lyrics of the song. I would ask them to replace the main characters of the song, the oaks or the maples, with the ones they think that exist in real life. And students would also have to consider to change other elements of the lyrics of the story so that the story makes sense. And I would also ask students to identify the different verb tenses they found in the story. And of course, students would share their text with the rest of the class. Here's the song, here's the text I would be showing to students. I'm not going to read it. If you want, you can look for it on the internet. And I would show them a couple of pictures of the trees that are mentioned in the story so that they know the difference between them. Okay, these are the trees. On the left we have an oak, and on the right we have maples. And that would be it. Thanks for your attention. Bye.